I get a ton of comments about my breaking ball. So today, I'm gonna show you guys how I throw it. I hold it like this with the pads of my fingers and thumb controlling the center of the ball around a 4-seam orientation. And this is the axis I wanna create spin on so that the seams can have as much effect on the air as possible. When I throw it in warm-ups, all I'm thinking about is using these fingers to pull on this line and spin it as fast as possible around this axis. Almost like you're spinning a basketball on your fingertips. And that's great for creating overall movement, but if you get stuck on the side of the ball like this, it's gonna be loopy, hard to control, and really easy for hitters to read. So once a batter actually gets in the box, the only thing I'm thinking about is throwing it as hard as I can, somewhere between the ribs of a right-handed batter and the top right corner of the strike zone, depending on what I'm trying to do with that actual pitch. The idea of throwing it as hard as I can gets my fingers a little bit more behind the ball, so it comes out of my hand straighter and then has a sharper break as it gets closer to the hitter. Now, there's a couple important things to note. One, I am not snapping my wrist or twisting my hand as I throw it. I'm pulling through the ball at a consistent angle and direction that I found works for me. 2, your best breaking ball should match your arm slot. If you throw your fastball over the top, the most natural and efficient way for you to create spin on that ball is gonna be closer to a 12-6. Whereas if you're a sidearm guy, the most natural way for you to create spin on the ball is gonna be closer to a sweeping slider. Yes, good pitchers can manipulate their wrist position to do both, but it's very rare you're gonna find a pitcher with an A+ slider and an A+ curveball that both move well. So go out and play with your grips, your wrist position, and your cues for throwing your breaking ball until you find that perfect balance between throwing it hard, making it move well, and throwing it consistently in the strike zone. And remember, the best feedback you could possibly get is what hitters are doing with it. I don't care what TrackMan says, I don't care what your coach says. If hitters are consistently barreling it up, it sucks. If hitters are consistently missing it, it's good. It's that simple.